Happy New Year! It's 2013. Welcome back to a new episode of Sunday with Sarah. I hope that your holidays were wonderful, filled with joy and laughter. I know I had a really restful time the last couple weeks, a lot of family time for renewal, but I'm really glad it's a new day of the week, a new year, and so happy to be back with you. When I launched this video series, I invited all of you to leave your comments and leave suggestions for topics for me to talk about. And I've gone through all those comments, and I'm really looking forward to addressing all of them in time. But one common theme that kept coming up, there were questions about life at home with young children, and they seemed related. Here's one of them, Tahari. I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing your name, correct me if I'm wrong. But she wrote, "Hi Sarah, I've really enjoyed reading your blog. I would love to learn more about the mindset which we as mothers can approach our daily work with our little ones around us. Any comments about weekly rhythm for preschoolers is always appreciated." So I thought that was a great topic. The topic of rhythm is one that applies to many of these questions. So we're going to talk a little bit about rhythm. First of all, we as human beings are rhythmic creatures. If you think about it, there's the rhythm of our bodies. We have a heartbeat that starts soon after conception and beats a steady rhythm that stays with us always for our entire lives until we die. And there's the rhythm of our pulse and the rhythm of our breath. And as human beings, we are deeply affected by the rhythm of nature all around us. The moon has a strong rhythm, cyclical nature that actually affects women's bodies, reflected in the menstrual cycle. It affects the tides. The yearly journey of the earth around the sun is what creates seasons, and we feel seasonal rhythms. For example, at this time of year in the northern hemisphere, when the days are colder and the nights are longer, we feel a need to go inward, to hibernate. We might feel the need to eat more comfort foods. And then as the days lengthen and get warmer and the sun returns, we feel more inclined to be outdoors more, to be more active. We may feel more social. We Waldorf teachers can refer to these periods of in-breath in the winter and then out-breath in the summer. And so children are especially sensitive to rhythm and cyclical changes, and the more we're aware of this as parents and teachers, the more we can really help them. And believe me when I tell you that rhythm is your friend. If you're a parent or a teacher working with young children, the more rhythmic the days, the easier your days will be. So how do we create more rhythm to our days? First, think about a young child who can't yet tell time or read a calendar. When life is unpredictable and they don't know what to expect, it can be stressful and unnerving for them. They can become anxious. So here's just an example. Child is busily, happily at play at home, and suddenly mom says, "Oh, come on honey, we've got to go. Mommy has to be at the DMV and I need to get my license reviewed. Get your coat on." Well, child in that situation, first of all, might feel like her play has been disruptive and might feel upset by that. And DMV, what is that? And I don't know, I've never been there before. Where are we going? What's going to happen there? That could be anxiety provoking. and it could result in a temper tantrum. So we'll get back to that example in a moment. But let's talk about a rhythmic day. What does a rhythmic day look like? Well, the more you can plan ahead and schedule all the regular things that happen each time of day. For instance, waking up, what time we get up, making beds, getting dressed, then we eat breakfast. Then depending on the age of your child, either it's time to go to school, or it's playtime, or if you're a homeschooler, it's time to start our learning. There's snack time, there's lunch time, nap time, time to prepare for dinner, dinner time, cleanup time, might be followed by story time, bath time and story time, and bedtime. The more we can plan ahead and decide what happens when and what is followed by which activity, the more predictable life becomes for a young child, the more secure they feel, the more confident they feel, because they know what happens next, and they can relax. And there's also a rhythm to the week. So what would a weekly rhythm look like? It might mean that Monday is grocery shopping day, Tuesday we go to the library, Wednesday is laundry day, Thursday we go to the park, Friday is house cleaning day. You get the idea. And likewise, you can also plan meals. You have a weekly rhythm to meal times. And this not only benefits your children, but it can also make meal planning and grocery shopping a lot easier. For an example, in my Waldorf kindergarten classroom, we served lunch. And Monday was, we had rice and carrots and boiled eggs. On Tuesday it was vegetable soup day. We called it stone soup, and each child would bring a vegetable to help chop and add to the soup. And that became our activity for the day and our meal. Wednesday was millet porridge day. Thursday we baked bread. That was our activity of the day. The children in the morning would help make the bread dough and knead it and form it into rolls. We'd bake it, and that would be our lunch for the day. We'd have it with cheese and apples. And Friday was oatmeal day. We had oatmeal porridge with yogurt. And you can do the same sort of things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or start with just one meal time a day. And when you think again to the young child who has no concept of days of the week or telling time yet, what does Tuesday mean? It's a word, it's an abstract word that has no meaning for a child. So because of the weekly rhythms in our classroom, the children would refer to Tuesday, say, as soup day. And they knew that soup day always followed rice day, and the next day would be millet day. So they had a very concrete grasp of the concept of days of the week, but instead it was rice day, or soup day, or bread day, something that's much more meaningful for a child. Now, when there's a strong, predictable rhythm to the day and the week, and even the seasons, children really have, just gives them a great sense of security, and allows days to go more smoothly, and they will be happier. And some of the questions were also, how do I get work done around the house with young children? Well, rhythm also fits into this if you have a weekly rhythm of laundry day or house cleaning day. You can involve children in those activities. Parents often forget how capable young children are. We are used to caring for them when they're young, helpless babies. And we forget when they're not so helpless anymore. A child as young as 3 or 4 can help set a table. They can help sweep after dinner, and they not only can do it, they love to do it. They love to imitate the work of adults around them, and it gives them a feeling, it adds to their sense of confidence and capability. You can give them child-sized tools to help. I'm looking across the room, I'm seeing our child-sized broom that we carry at Baldwin Toys, and we have a dustpan and brush, little mops. And when you give them their own tools, you can get your own work done because they work alongside of you. You can help them prepare with meals, chopping vegetables, letting them gather napkins after dinner time. All of this can be part of your rhythm of the day and the week, and also will help you get done what needs to be done. Now, of course, there will always be times when you have these arrhythmic, unpredictable tasks that need to be done, like that trip to the DMV to renew your license. So, going back to that, if you know you're going to have to do that tomorrow, if you think ahead, look at your calendar, instead of waiting until the morning of and you'll gotta go, let your child know ahead of time. So in that example, if a mother had said to her daughter the day before, tomorrow, when we would usually go to the park, we have to take a trip. Mommy has to go visit an office. I need to renew my driver's license. That means that I'll be allowed to keep driving my car. And you're going to come with me, and I'm going to have my picture taken, and I might have to fill out some papers, but it might mean a long wait. So we're going to bring some books, and while we're waiting, we can read books together, and then we'll come home in time to get ready for dinner. So, and then you can remind the child again in the morning that that's what's going to happen that day. And when a child knows what to expect and has been given warning and a picture of what's involved, she'll have a lot less anxiety and won't feel so jarred and jolted out of her play, and much less likely to respond with a temper tantrum. So there's much more that can be said about rhythm, but and maybe in future weeks we'll talk more about it. Probably in the future we'll talk more about seasonal rhythms and the rhythm of the year. But in the meantime, as always, please leave your comments here. Let me know, are your days rhythmic? Have you sat down and planned a daily rhythm to your days and weeks? How's it working for you? If not, is it something you're striving toward? Do you have tips to share with others? What's working for you, and things I might not have mentioned here? I always love hearing from you. So I'll see you again next Sunday. Have a very rhythmic week.